Hey, I'm Father Roderick, and it is finally here, the teaser trailer for the new Lord of the Rings series on Amazon, The Rings of Power. Now, it will premiere in September, but in this teaser trailer, for the first time, we're going to see moving images of this new world that we are about to discover. This, of course, is based on the appendices. This is like a summary of the history of Middle-earth before the events in The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. It may introduce us to Numenor, to a number of familiar characters like Galadriel, but also some new characters that they created for the show. We've seen some glimpses in the Vanity Fair magazine. Those photos looked amazing, but this is something totally different. We're gonna see how it all looks and moves and sounds. I am so excited, and I want to share with you my first reaction to these images. So here we go. Oh, that's Numenor. That's the harbor, the haven, the mountain. Oh wow, that looks so cool. That's the hunters, right? I can feel it. Before the king. Oh wow. That's Galadriel, I think. Before the fellowship. Whoa. Awesome. Before the ring. Oh, that was an elf. Oh! What was that? A new legend begins this fall. Was that Durin? Galadriel? Whoa, 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 whoa. Awesome. That looked like a little hobbit hand. Oh, wow. Oh, gosh. Oh, wow. That was so amazing. I gotta watch it again. Let's see it again. There's just too much to take in. Rewind. Here we go. Okay, so that is definitely the haven of Numenor, because you've got the big mountain in the distance in the middle of this island. So these are these hunters with the antlers on their backs. This must be a Harfoot, like the forefathers and mothers of the hobbits. So you got Galadriel. This isn't a storm. We saw that photo. This is an elf. Shooting at what? We see another, like, flaming arrow. Is this some kind of evil creature? And this looks so beautiful. The realm of the elves. That was weird, that tiny creature with the sea of flames in the distance. Oh, man. It's too much. It's too much to take in. I gotta go through this frame by frame, but I'm already so stoked. The music also is awesome. I'm so glad they went for this orchestral soundtrack. Everything looks so gorgeous. And I have to say that this looks much better when it moves, even better than what we saw in Vanity Fair magazine, because of course that was all beautifully lit and posed and kind of very, stylish, but that's kind of, what Vanity Fair is known for. But this looks very much like the visual language that we are used to from the Peter Jackson movies. Of course, they've made a lot of changes, and you have to make changes. The Vanity Fair article explains that because, of course, the history of the Second Era, that spans so many different centuries. You couldn't do a continuous story. We would all get disoriented, which, by the way, is actually what happens when you try to read the appendices, because there's just so much happening there. And there's so many different characters, so they kind of streamlined the story, they compressed the history. This is not the definitive version of the story. It can't be, just as much as the movies that we have, the Lord of the Rings movies and the Hobbit movies, they are a version of a story that in itself is so much richer. I think that this is going to help a lot of people to explore the other works of J.R.R. Tolkien. They may read the Silmarillion to know more about this world. That we definitely read the appendices over and over again, because apparently this is going to be multiple seasons. They're pouring in so much money. Of course, it's Amazon, so they got a ton of money. And I couldn't care less how expensive this is. as long as the story is good, as long as it really honors the themes that Tolkien tries to convey. You may know that Tolkien was a very religious person, even though his stories in itself are not like what you see with C.S. Lewis, where it's really like a metaphor almost of biblical stories. But the themes that Tolkien tries to convey are very deeply rooted in Christianity. Friendship, honor, courage, always standing up to the darkness that is trying to corrupt the world, protect the weak, the role of the small ones. I love that they put this in the trailer. It's not just the Galadriel and the elves and the heroes, but it's also the small people. So I'm thinking we're looking at Harfoots because, of course, the hobbits themselves, they don't play a role in the Silmarillion at all. However, if I'm not mistaken, Tolkien does talk about Harfoots as kind of these ancestors of the hobbits. In 1 minute, I'm so amazed that they create this tapestry of visuals that both look familiar and totally new. And to see Numenor for the first time, this island that doesn't exist anymore in the Third Age. And the reason that it's gone is fascinating because it's of the people that lived there that got the chance to live so much longer than regular people on mainland Middle-earth. They got greedy, they had such a fantastic life that they actually kind of regretted the choice that they made. These were half-elves, and as you know, they had to choose. Do you want to be an elf and live forever? Do you want to be human? And they chose to be human and to be mortal. And the more they love their life, the more they want to be immortal. And they tried, instead of, accepting the fact that they made a free choice, they want to conquer it back. And I hope that we get to see this incredible tension of both the beauty that has been gifted to them and then this darkness that doesn't come just from Sauron. The darkness comes from the heart of the people of Middle-earth that want more than they've been given. There is just such a rich thematic tapestry. I can't wait to see what they do, and I certainly pray that they will do a good job by not just giving us another Game of Thrones with political intrigue, etc., but they touch upon the heart of Tolkien's storytelling, where it's about these fundamental themes in our existence. If there's one reason that I relate to The Hobbit and to The Lord of the Rings, is that actually these stories are about me. They're about my choices in this world. It's about the world in which I live, where there is beautiful light, warmth, and friendship. There's also greed, there is hatred, there is intolerance, there is just all this evil. And it's all about my choice. Even though I may sometimes feel like a little hobbit, not very significant in this world, Tolkien shows us that it's these small, insignificant people, it's the choices that they make that ultimately determine the fate of the world. I hope you're just as excited as I am. Let me know in the comments.